Hey, are you listening? Are you saying Arya doesn't want to eat my packed lunch? Don't you think that's terrible since I went through all that trouble to make it?
In that case, why not try to add something unique to the lunch boxes? For example, you could change the way the ingredients are cut, or try to make the lunch resemble cute characters that girls would like.
If we do that, it's going to cost extra for ingredients. So I decided to go with potatoes and pickles.
What? That's all you let them have?
Yes, that's right. If I spend money on things like lunch boxes, I won't be able to afford my living expenses.
As expected, that's not enough for my daughter, is it? You should at least include a few side dishes.
Then maybe you should make lunch for your daughter.
What?
The lunches you make are so well received by the kids, right?
Is that right?
Yeah. My daughter always wants to eat lunch like those made by you. I've heard her say it so many times, my ears are developing calluses.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
So, maybe you can make lunch for my daughter too. Maybe once a week?
If I were to make it, will you pay for the ingredients?
Pay for the ingredients? We're mom friends, so there's no need to pay for that, right? You're wealthier than me, and you wouldn't take money from a poor person, right?
Even if I don't get paid for the ingredients, I can't make lunch. Besides, even if it's just once a week, making lunch for 2 people takes a lot of time and effort.
Come on, we're mom friends. Let's help each other out.
I'm sorry. I thought if I was getting paid for materials, I could do it. But I guess this volunteering thing isn't for me.
The real truth is, you won't do it because it's me asking you, right?
What?
Because I'm just a blue-collar household. You don't want to associate with me, right?
No, that's not it at all. I don't think what your husband does has anything to do with us being friends.
Really? Last time you were trying to exclude me from having lunch with everyone else.
That was simply because I had a reason not to invite you.
Well, I got everyone to cover my lunch costs. Is it because I didn't pay back the lunch money?
Yes. If you remember, then why don't you just pay us back? I helped pay for you, so could you please pay me back early?
Yes, I'll pay you back later.
Preferably sooner rather than later.
You're so annoying. I don't like to talk about these things either.
Anyways, I'm just asking to be paid back sooner.
Camilla, hello?
Hello. What's up all of a sudden? Did you change your mind about paying back the money?
I'll take care of that later.
Seriously, when are you going to pay it back?
I said we'll talk about it later. I reached out to you because I have something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
Tomorrow is the kindergarten field trip, right? You're coming along, right?
Yes, I'm coming. What's the problem?
As always, you're preparing the lunches, right?
Yes, I'll be making it myself by hand this time.
That's great.
Sophia, are you bringing lunches too?
I will bring one, but I think just sandwiches is enough for me.
Like always, white bread with ham? Since it's a field trip, why not try something different?
That's alright. Don't worry so much about the lunches.
What do you mean?
You'll find out tomorrow. Camilla, who are you planning to work with tomorrow on the trip?
Oh, Madison invited me to join her.
Madison? I don't really like her, you know.
Yeah, I know. But I find her interesting and I like talking to her.
But Madison is pushy, you know. She's intimidating just by her appearance alone.
Apparently, she can be quite scary when she's angry. I guess she just has a bold presence.
Anyways, I confirmed everything and it's all good. I'm looking forward for tomorrow. Oh, I wonder if someone's in trouble without their lunch today. I made a homemade lunch today. It's a bit bland. but I'm saving on lunch money today. Thanks for your help.
I brought a supermarket lunch today, though.
What? Didn't you say you were eating homemade lunch today?
That was the plan, but I accidentally dropped the lunch boxes I prepared. So I decided to bring supermarket lunch instead.
I didn't hear you say that.
It's not something that I need to report to you, is it?
Then whose lunch boxes did I just take?
You mean the pink lunch boxes? That was Madison's lunch boxes.
What?
Sophia, it looks like you stole her lunch boxes while we stepped away for a bit.
How do you find out?
I accidentally found out from a friend who saw it happen. When I came back, I saw Madison's lunch boxes, but I was surprised because they were open and clean.
Those lunch boxes, they were Madison's? Hey, is Madison still with you?
Yes, she is.
How is she feeling?
It seems like you stole the lunches and ate it without her permission. When I told her, she got quite angry. It's quite normal for her to get upset.
Wait, why did you tell her? I was going to keep it a secret.
Knowing the crime and not saying anything is not considerate, is it?
What's Madison saying?
She just wants to talk to you directly.
Is she asking for me to pay for the lunches? That's not what she means, right?
That's exactly what she's saying.
No. I'm barely able to make ends meet this month. I can't afford to pay for other people's lunch. Please, can you ask for Madison's forgiveness on my behalf?
I don't want to. Besides, Madison wants you to take responsibility for what you did.
No. But I don't want to pay for the lunch. Then I'll just need to run and hide somewhere.
Sophia, aren't you by the big tree over there now? Madison's headed there now.
What? Please, can you apologize to her on my behalf?
I don't want to. Besides, I don't want to help someone who would steal other people's lunch and then be stingy about it. You should be held accountable.
Camilla, it's your fault that Madison totally hates me now. You've even made me spend extra money. This sucks.
It's your own doing, so it can't be helped, can it? Did you learn your lesson after being chastised by Madison?
She chastised me in front of everyone. It was so embarrassing. And Madison and I live near each other. I'm worried she'll keep harassing me now.
Madison is not the type of person to harass others for no reason. So don't worry about it.
But Madison told me to keep my distance from her for a while. You know how much damage can be done to if pushy Madison doesn't like you.
Like I said earlier, it's your own doing, so it can't be helped. From now on, don't bother other people anymore.
By the way, this is also your fault, Camilla. Why can't you just apologize?
I don't think I should be the one apologizing. Sophia, you're the one who stole my lunch to save money, right?
But originally it was your fault for making me angry, Camilla.
What do you mean?
Well, when we first met, you promised we would become friends. But now you don't even invite me to lunch or to go shopping anymore.
That's because you don't want to pay back the money you borrowed.
It's so annoying. You always talk about money. It's just a few dollars, so can't you just cover it?
If it's just a few dollars, why don't you just pay it back quickly? I also want to just get the money back from you so I can cut ties with you.
What?
After what happened, I have zero trust in you. I'm sorry, but I can't continue this kind of relationship anymore.
That's horrible. You're treating me like an outcast, aren't you? You've got some nerves.
It was you who started it all in the first place. Let's just forget about the lunch money.
Of course. I don't intend to pay you.
I can't stand being around you anymore. I'm going to take this opportunity to just distance myself from you.
Oh, really? For excluding me from the group? I'm going to make you regret it soon enough. Oh, I just heard some good news. You're going with the other mom friends to a luxury spa hotel, right?
Yes, but where did you hear that?
I heard it from my daughter. And apparently, it's the hotel connected to the theater. I've always wanted to go there.
Just to let you know, we can't go with you.
What? That's rude. I wasn't planning to go with you anyway, so don't worry.
Then why did you message me on Facebook?
I just wanted to give you all a warning.
Warning?
You guys definitely won't be able to enjoy the trip. But if you apologize to me and agree to take me along, I'll consider forgiving you. Of course, you all have to pay for my expenses.
So you really want to go with us, huh? I'm sorry, but I have no intention of apologizing. Nor do we plan to pay to take you on this trip with us.
I figured as much. In that case, you should tell the other moms to cancel the trip before it's too late.
What?
Otherwise, everyone will be in trouble when the accommodations fall through. And you, Camilla, might get angry because of this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't today the spa trip everyone is looking forward to? Too bad. I already canceled the trip. So, enjoy camping today.
What? We just checked into the hotel.
What?
And we're about to go to the spa now.
Isn't today the day you're going to the spa near the theater?
No, we reserved a different hotel called the Omni.
You're lying. Didn't you say you were staying at the hotel near the theater last time we talked?
Come to think of it, I did say it. I mistakenly thought you were referring to the Omni Hotel near the theater.
That's not possible. If you realized you were making a mistake, why didn't you correct yourself then?
It's not like we're traveling there together, so there's no need to point it out, right? Speaking of which, you said you canceled the reservation? Is everything alright? Are you sure you didn't accidentally cancel someone else's reservation?
The hotel staff said they accepted the cancellation. Maybe right now.
It's better to find out soon.
It's a bit scary, but I'll try calling. It turned out to be a disaster. What should I do?
What kind of situation is it?
Turns out, the reservation I canceled was for my husband's company trip.
What? That's quite a coincidence.
Now that I think about it again, my husband was also taking a company trip to the hotel near the theater. He said he was going to stay there. I was so busy plotting revenge on you guys that I got the two hotels swapped in my head. It seems like my husband was responsible for organizing the company trip. The hotel staff thought that I had called to cancel on his behalf.
Well, it's not hard to see how you can make that mistake. So, what are you going to do about it now?
My husband asked me to come and personally apologize. I'm heading over there now. I'm definitely going to have to apologize sincerely in front of everyone.
Is that so? Well, good luck.
This is terrible. I got lectured in front of all my husband's colleagues. I had to apologize to every single person. And they made me pay the cancellation costs for everyone.
So, what's the plan for where you're staying tonight?
The hotel's already booked out by other guests. So we're staying at a nearby hotel. I have to pay the cancellation fee and tonight's hotel expenses for everyone. I am paying for everything, so the cost is outrageous.
By the way, how many colleagues does your husband's company have?
About 20. And I'm also staying there as well. So now I have to fork over the cancellation fees and travel expenses for 21 people. I've drained my savings account.
So your savings was more than enough to get by.
My savings was not enough, so I had to borrow money from my parents. My husband refused to help pay for it.
I see. At any rate, I'm glad you found a place to stay. And you got to do some traveling. How lucky.
Nothing lucky about that. I've been sent to the room to keep to myself and I'm being treated like an outcast. And my husband and his colleagues are all eyeing me with suspicion. They're all horrible.
That's just the way it is, isn't it? You caused so much trouble for everyone.
I thought I would show you all a painful lesson, but
You tried to take others down for no reason, and got punished for it, didn't you?
the worst. Next time, I'm not going to fail.
What? Have you not learned your lesson?
If it's come to this, the only way is for me to take action directly.
What do you mean?
I can't calm down anymore. When you get back to your house, I'm going to set your house on fire.
Are you serious?
If you get me angry, you should be scared. But even if I apologize now, it's too late for that.
Are you seriously planning to set my house on fire?
As you can imagine, doing that would make me a criminal. I think I'll try something different. Like pushing you down the stairs, for example.
You're crazy. You're completely unreasonable.
It's your fault for making me angry. If you hate me, hate yourself first.
I understand. Then, I guess I'll leave too.
What? Hey Camilla, did you say something unnecessary to my husband?
Unnecessary? Didn't you try to threaten me?
I didn't threaten anything.
What about yesterday's threats? When I discussed it with my husband, he said to report you to the police. He said I should do whatever I wanted to. So, I decided to file a complaint for harassment.
Police?
You didn't hear about that? The report was just accepted, so be prepared.
What? Did you already talk to the police?
Yes. I ran to the police right after the trip. It looks like you haven't returned from the trip yet.
I'm still on the train. My husband says he's going to divorce me.
Is that so? Then you should file for divorce quietly, right?
What am I going to do? If this continues, I'll be alone.
You reap what you sow. You've always tried to harass us.
Please. I can't divorce. I can't divorce without my husband's income.
That's not something I can help you with. If you're with your husband, you should just talk to him directly, right?
But I'm sitting in a seat away from him, and he doesn't want to talk to me. He's also ignoring all my messages.
You're completely out of luck then. You have to face reality.
It's your fault that this happened. You must talk to my husband and change his mind right away.
Why do you always blame others? Don't you realize that you're the one at fault?
Why am I at fault? I didn't do anything wrong. The whole trip thing was just a misunderstanding. I didn't intentionally ruin his company trip.
This conversation is going nowhere. I can't understand why your husband is ignoring you.
You have to clear up the misunderstanding. Otherwise, I will really cause a fire.
Are you still threatening me? I'm going to show this message to the police.
Right. You filed a report with the police. At least, can you retract the report?
Why?
Having a criminal report will ruin everything. If I were to divorce my husband, I'll have to live by myself. I'm going to be in a desperate situation without a husband. And when you add a criminal record to the mix, it's just too much.
Isn't this the seed you sowed for yourself? Of course I'm not going to retract the police report.
Please, I really need you to take back the report. What do I tell my parents?
Your situation has nothing to do with me. When you get here, I think the police will be waiting. So please deal with it. Afterwards, when Sophia got home, she was taken into custody by the police who were waiting for her. She was arrested for making threats. She was also fined and was asked to pay for compensatory damages. In the end, Sophia was also isolated by her husband, and it seems like they may be getting a divorce. Custody of her child was granted to her husband. and she ended up moving to a distant town. Even her parents abandoned her. She's now working hard to pay back the child support and other damages. She seems to be working day and night. We, on the other hand, with Sophia gone, are able to live a peaceful life. Sophia is facing difficult times ahead, but it's her own fault. I have no sympathy left for her.
Hey, Ugly! Would you please break up with Blake right now? I can't believe a woman like you is dating Blake. You don't deserve him at all. I need you to break up now.
Who is this all of a sudden? Oh, it's Reagan, right? You're Blake's childhood friend? The one I met this morning?
Bingo! Not that it matters who I am. Would you please just hurry up and break up with Blake?
I was just very surprised at how different you are right now to when I saw you earlier. When I saw you earlier, you seemed to be very kind and cute. Was that all just an act? You're talking to me so aggressively, so I thought it might be someone else texting me.
Of course I'm going to act nice in front of Blake. Surely you could figure that out if you used your brain even a little. Did you even manage to graduate high school? You looked really dumb, so I'm having my doubts.
So, it was all just an act. I thought that you told me that you wanted to be friends with me when I gave you my number. Anyway, why are you suddenly telling me to break up with Blake? What do you mean by that?
Do you not understand what those basic words mean? This is why I can't stand people like you. You're just so dumb. You definitely don't deserve a guy like Blake. He's just so much better than you. No wonder you weren't able to graduate. Blake's definitely going to regret being with you in the future. I'm saying all this for Blake's sake. I actually care about him, unlike you. Please hurry up and just break up with him.
I don't think I need to listen to any of this from you. Thank you very much. I'm sure that Blake would tell me directly if he has any problems. You're just a childhood friend, right? You're not related to him or anything. You don't have any special insights that I don't.
So, I'm not related to him at all. So what? Why does that matter? I've been by his side ever since we were so small. I know him so much better than anyone else. It doesn't matter if we're not related. I'm not just some random nobody like you.
I really don't know what to say to you.
I bet you managed to start dating Blake because of his kindness. You probably kept on pestering him until he had to say yes to you. I think that in reality, Blake likes women that are intelligent and beautiful. For example, a woman that attends a famous university and has come second place in a beauty pageant. That's me, by the way. I'm the kind of woman that deserves to date a guy like Blake. A dumb, fat, ugly blob like you who couldn't even finish high school shouldn't be dating Blake. It's bringing his reputation down just by being by your side. Do what's best for everyone and let him fly free.
Sorry, but I don't have any plans to break up with Blake. Quite the opposite, actually. We're gonna get married.
What did you just say to me?
Did you notice that we saw you at a place pretty close to Blake's parents' house today? We had just visited his parents to let them know that we plan to get married. We're planning to have the wedding in around 6 months' time.
What? I can't believe what you just said. You guys are getting married? What is wrong with you? I am not going to allow you to get married to Blake. Did you not understand what I told you earlier? Hurry up and break up with him.
Do you really think that I'm just gonna listen to what you say and break up with him? You must be insane if you really think that. Why should I listen to you anyway? Aren't you just his childhood friend? Or are you his ex-girlfriend or something? Even if you had previously dated him, you guys have broken up, right? You sound more like a crazy stalker than a friend.
What did you just say? I am not a stalker or an ex. How could you even suggest such a thing? What me and Blake have between us is something very, very important. Friendship. We both trust each other a lot and tell each other everything.
Oh, so you haven't even dated him before. I'm sorry. I know that it must suck to have the person that you have feelings for be taken away by someone else. Unfortunately for you, Blake says that he loves me and wants to be with me. I don't have any intention of breaking up with him.
I just cannot believe what you're saying to me. Just shut the hell up. Stop being so damn arrogant. I was the one that had feelings for him first.
That doesn't matter at all in our relationship. Both me and Blake are happy that we have each other. That's what's the most important. I don't care what you say to me. We're getting married regardless.
What is wrong with you? I'm not going to let this happen. Do you really think that someone like you is going to get married to Blake? In your dreams. I'm going to make you regret even trying to marry him. You'd better watch your back from now on.
Hey, Navier. I just arrived at the hotel.
Hey, Trinity. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming. I'm sorry for inviting you somewhere so far away. I'm really glad that you managed to make it here.
Why are you being like that? I should be the one thanking you for letting me come. I would never miss your wedding, boss. I'd be happy to come, even if it was halfway across the world if it's your wedding.
No, stop calling me that nickname already. It's so embarrassing. But thanks for coming. I really mean it.
Oh, I really can't believe that you're getting married. I also can't believe that you're getting married to Blake of all people. When I first heard that you two had started dating, I was so surprised. I'd never in my wildest dreams thought that you two could be getting married. I guess you never know what's going to happen in life.
Ugh, how many times are you gonna say that? Are you finally going to stop being surprised when we get married?
You should understand why I'm surprised as well. Your nickname in our group was always Boss, Empress, or Lioness. I can't believe that the Lioness is finally getting married. I think I'm gonna cry because I'm so happy.
Hey, those are all pretty much insults, you know.
Anyway, leave the wedding speech to me. I've practiced it over 500 times by now. Make sure you don't cry so much that all your makeup comes off.
500 times? You're taking it so seriously. I'll be looking forward to it.
Leave it to me. I will not disappoint you.
There's just this one problem that I'm having. It's kind of a nuisance.
A problem? What happened? Wait, did Blake sleep with another woman? That idiot! You want me to go and beat him up?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm not talking about Blake at all. But he has this childhood friend who's kind of a problem. Ever since we told her that we're getting married, she won't stop harassing me. I think she had feelings for Blake and is really jealous of me. She sends me insults and threats every single day by text. She even comes to bother us when we're out at dinner. One time, she was waiting for me outside a salon and screamed at me to break up with Blake. There are a lot of moments like that. Blake's told her to stop so many times, but she hasn't listened to him one bit, and her threats are getting worse and worse every time. And the stupidest part, according to both Blake and her, they haven't even dated a single time.
What? So what the hell is wrong with her? She's not even his ex or anything. And she's still causing you all these problems? I'm kind of surprised she's brave enough to even stand up to you. You want me to go and talk to her directly?
No, you don't need to bother. It's not worth your time. I know we did some sketchy things back in the day, but I'm past that already. I don't want to cause any trouble before my wedding either.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
What she's doing to me is almost kind of cute in a way, to be honest. All she does is talk and that's it. She hasn't hit me or tried to cause a fight with me a single time. It's just a little annoying, that's all. I think it'll all become okay once the wedding's finished and we move away.
Well, if you're fine with it, then I guess it's okay. If you need me to help out or do something, then let me know. I can go put her in place for you if you need.
Thanks so much, Trinity. You really are a great friend.
No, don't be like that. I'm getting embarrassed. Let me know what's happening in detail when we go get a drink later. I'll be happy to listen to any other problems that you're having right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you later. I've got a couple of things to get done, and then I'll be on my way. See you later!
pretty ugly. I ran you over with a car and you only broke one bone. Just how stubborn are you? I thought I'd be able to at least destroy your face. I guess all your fat saved you from any major damage.
What did you just say? I'm kind of confused right now. Did you just admit that you hit someone with a car on purpose?
Didn't I tell you to watch your back? It's all your fault for wandering around at night. It's a shame you're not going to be able to have the wedding with injuries like that. What a shame! Maybe I should go to the wedding instead as the bride. I guess you should have broken up with Blake when I warned you the first time.
What the hell is wrong with you? Look at what you've done, you freaking idiot! I could have been killed! I cannot believe what you've done! You absolute piece of trash! You creepy psychopath! There is no way I'm gonna let you get away with this! I hope you've enjoyed your life up until now, because it's over.
What's wrong with you all of a sudden? What a bad mouth you have. I guess this is who you really are. You're such a naughty girl, threatening people. You'd think you'd be a little more respectful after getting a taste of what I can do.
Shut the hell up. You're just a skulking, cowardly piece of trash who hits people with cars. And not just that, you've involved one of my best friends in this. Trinity broke her leg trying to protect me. That's 2 people that you've seriously injured. You've gone way too far. Did you really have to do all this to try and disrupt my wedding?
This is all your fault for not breaking up with Blake. I'm not just going to sit and watch you and Blake get married. Anyway, I've done him a huge favor. He would have regretted marrying you for the rest of his life once he realized who you really are. I know that you used to be part of a gang. That's the lowest you can go in society. I guess it's time for you to say goodbye to Blake.
Oh, you really are something. You're telling me that you still haven't realized?
What are you talking about? I'm going to go and tell Blake that you're just a filthy gang member.
You really don't know anything about Blake. Go and tell him whatever you want. Blake already knows everything about my past. He knows that I used to be in a gang. Blake was, too, by the way. Bet you didn't know that.
What did you just say?
Me and Blake used to be in opposing gangs, you know. Our gangs fought each other so many times because we both operated in the same area. Back then, Blake and I used to be huge rivals. We hated each other's guts.
What are you saying? None of that makes any sense.
We got into so many fights back then. I've lost count already. He's not gonna care no matter what you tell him about me. We both ended up leaving our respective gangs a long time ago, though. We ended up running into each other a little after we left. That's when we realized the rivalry we had was really fueled by something else entirely. Anyway, we started dating each other and the rest was history. We got along really well once we weren't in opposing gangs.
You're lying! I don't believe any of this. There's no way Blake used to be part of a gang. He's not the kind of guy that would do something like that. Stop making him look bad. He's not a lowlife like you. Blake is a kind and caring person. What you just told me can't be true.
So you really didn't know? I thought you told me that you knew everything about Blake. Haven't you heard about how much of a brat he was in middle school? Everyone I've met in his hometown jokes about how they can't believe how nice he's turned out. I guess you guys aren't that close after all.
Just shut up, you filthy degenerate. I'm not going to believe a single lie that you just told me. Hurry up and break up with Blake right now.
Is that all you can say to me? You're just like a parrot. Well, none of this matters right now anyway. What's most important right now is that you've pissed me off. You want to fight me, right? I was gonna let this slide, but you decided to hurt my best friend as well. I'm not forgiving you now.
Wait, what? What do you want from me? Are you telling me that you want to hit me? You filthy scum!
You don't have any business calling anyone else names. You're the coward that ran someone over. It really is tempting for me to come and punch you in the face. In fact, I want to break your leg just like you did to Trinity. I can mess up your face so bad, you could never show your face outside your house again.
Wait!
But don't worry, I'm not going to do anything like that. I don't want to sink down to your level. I'm going to make you pay for this the right way. You know that you're a criminal now, right? What you did was a hit and run.
Did you, of all people, just call me a criminal? Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. You think the cops are going to care about what I do to someone like you?
Do you not know anything about the law? What you did isn't something that you can just get away with without a punishment. Apologizing isn't going to make any of this go away. You committed a crime when you ran over my friend and another when you just drove off. Both are pretty big crimes. you're definitely going to be spending some time in jail. If they also find out that you did this on purpose, then you're going to be locked away for a very long time. You've just ruined your future completely. I think you told me that you're currently attending a famous university or something. You also got second place in a beauty pageant, right? Well, I've got bad news for you. It doesn't look like you're going to be graduating. Let's see how many years you're going to be spending locked up.
You're lying. Stop trying to trick me and make me worried. I'm not going to believe anything that you tell me.
Do you want me to prove that this is all true or something? That's pretty pointless because the police are going to arrest you pretty soon. That should prove it to you well enough. Trinity and I are not going to listen to any of your pleas no matter what. We're going to take you to court and make you pay for everything that you've done. We'll make sure that you're charged for the crimes that you committed. I'll make sure all your friends and relatives find out about what you did as well. Be prepared for your life to crumble right in front of you, princess.
No, that can't happen to me. I really didn't mean for any of this to actually happen. All I wanted to do was stop the wedding. I didn't commit any crimes. I just wanted to help out Blake.
Shut the hell up! Stop trying to make excuses and take responsibility for your actions. If you really think that you didn't do anything wrong, then come and explain it to me face to face. If you can't do that, then go and hide while you wait for the police to come pick you up, you absolute coward. Don't commit a crime like you did if you're scared to face the consequences. You really need me to come and tell you all this to your face?
I'm so sorry. I really am sorry. Would you please forgive me for everything I've done? I admit that I was wrong. I'm so sorry.
It's too late now. You should have apologized before running someone over with your car. Go and turn yourself into the police right now. Don't be a coward and run from them. They're going to catch you eventually. If you show that you are sorry for what you did by turning yourself in, I'm sure that would help you out a little. Soon after we talked, Reagan decided to turn herself into the police. A few days later, Reagan's lawyer came to us to have a discussion with us. After talking with Trinity, we decided that we would settle if she paid for all the damage that she caused to us. Reagan didn't end up spending any time in jail. However, she still had to pay a large sum of money, and she was still kicked out of the university. She couldn't pay the settlement fees herself, so her parents paid it all for her. I heard that she's currently working hard to try and pay back her parents. Me and Blake received an apology letter from Reagan and her parents a few weeks later. They apologized for what Reagan had done and promised that she would never bother either of us again. The entire letter was very dramatic and desperate, and it was very satisfying to read after all that had happened. We actually decided to go ahead with the wedding the day after the accident happened. Reagan thought that she had injured me badly. However, I actually got out of it all with just a small bruise. They let me out of the hospital that night so I could have my wedding the next day. I'm sure Reagan mistook Trinity's injuries for mine. Trinity wasn't able to attend my wedding as she had to stay in the hospital for a few weeks. Me and Blake decided to go to Trinity's hospital room right after the wedding. I made sure to visit her while still wearing my wedding dress. Trinity looked really happy to see me with my dress and started crying. Trinity recited the speech that she'd prepared for us from her hospital bed, and then it was my turn to cry. Although a lot of drama happened, I was very satisfied with my wedding, and almost all of the tears shed were happy ones.